Hello out there, wonderful people. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing superbly well out there in clown world. um, yeah, so today I'm going to be speaking, I'm going to be doing more sort of shorter videos just on these new age deceptions. Um, they're cropping up all the time. I never realised until recently just how much these subtle deceptions has infiltrated the alternative media, the truth movement, and society in general. They've really done a job with them. So yeah, I've decided that I'm going to do smaller videos to break down. I mean, I did an interview last week or a week or two with Judith Quoba about destroying the ego. Well, what I'm going to talk about today is another one. But before I do, guys, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, liking, bell notification so you don't miss any videos, because YouTube has a way of, yeah, let's say, hiding them a little bit. So yeah, what I'm going to speak to you today about is this whole idea that we shouldn't judge. Judging is bad. We should never like look at anything and say anything, have an opinion on it or an idea on it, especially if it's negative, God forbid. Now, what this does is, I don't know when this started, but it definitely came out of the New Age movement. But what it does is it ring fences what you're allowed to talk about. It ring fences critical thought, so you can only go so far with things, because if you take it any further, then suddenly you're in judgment. And it stops us moving forward and progressing, not only on an individual basis, but on a societal basis. Because if we can't plainly look at the things of what is going on around us and discern and make an opinion on that, then how on earth are we able to improve anything? How on earth are we able to change anything? And it's a complete deception. And like I say, I'm hearing it all the time right now. It's really bugging me. It's like the universe is like, Tony, here's something that you need to make a video on. So I'm going to keep putting it in your life until you do. But what's ironic and what's really funny with this whole non-judgment is obviously I do a lot of these new age reviews, right? And obviously I get a lot of triggered new agers come onto my channel. The latest video I did about Oracle Girl, I had a load of her cult members gravitate over to the channel, just telling me, in an indirect way, that they didn't like me. But of course, they couldn't come out and say that, because that's negative, and they don't do negative. They couldn't just say, Tony, I hate you, I don't like your message. It was like, oh, well, you're not evolved enough to understand her message, and all this kind of tripe, right? Yeah, I'm not evolved enough to understand the fact that the woman thinks that she's pure love, and that just by watching her content, you're going to activate someone into pure love. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. But that's going off on a tangent. My point being is that these people, they're telling you not to judge. They come onto my channel telling me that I shouldn't judge, yet they're judging me. Right? That's the kicker in this. They've come over to my channel and are judging my work and telling me what I should do and what I shouldn't talk about. So if any of those people are watching this, just bear that in mind, right? If you are coming on, commenting on the videos, which I don't mind, it's like water off the duck's back at this point. I can take any kind of abuse, but just bear in mind that you're doing the very thing that the New Age movement tells you not to. You're actually judging. So I do laugh when I see those. And of course I laugh at all the passive aggressiveness. You can just tell that they're dying inside to say something nasty to me. So they have to do it in this like roundabout way, which comes across as pure love and light, which is actually really not very nice at all. But yeah, it's a big problem. Like right now we live in times where if there's any time in history that we need to be judging things, it's right now. We need to be looking at people presented to us as heroes, saviours, judging those, discerning those, and coming to a collective, concise opinion. Because there's so much information, misinformation, disinformation out there, so many puppets out there. And the problem is people get so attached to ideas and people and gurus, and they put all their eggs in one basket. And if you say something that they perhaps don't want to hear or they don't like about said person or said idea, then all of a sudden you're in judgment. And what does that do to the average person? It shuts down conversation, it shuts down debate, it shuts down discernment, because if you buy into that, all of a sudden your mindset's going, oh, and I see it. People go, oh, yeah, I'm not judging, but I'm not, but like there's something wrong with that. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're out there and you're just like looking at people, judging them how they dress, judging their their weight or things like that, like superficial things. Yeah, I mean that's a little bit different, but we're talking about really important matters here, where it is important to have these debates and have these discussions without feeling bad, right? Without feeling like we are ring-fenced into not having an opinion in fear of judgment. And it's another genius stroke from them, because who does that benefit? We always have to ask ourselves, who does that benefit, this idea of non-judgment? Just like the interview I did with Judith recently about destroying the ego. Who does that benefit? Who does it benefit to destroy a personality, to destroy someone's essence, to destroy someone's character that makes them different in the world, that makes them who they are? That benefits this cult, because they want everyone as robots, thinking the same, having the same opinions. So when we look at this deception, again, who does it benefit? Who does it benefit if we don't question things in fear of judgment? Well, when you look at it critically, it benefits a controlling force that just wants us to accept, roll over, and get our tummies tickled. So if you can get people into the idea of fear of judgment, then again, you have boxed up their consciousness in a way which will really benefit you, because then you've got carte blanche, right? You can roll out all these puppets, you can roll out all these gurus, all these different agendas. And if people think that judging those or judging anything is wrong, then you're way more likely to get away with whatever it is you're trying to do, deceive and manipulate further. And the genius things about these deceptions are, on the surface you would think that sounds quite good. If we lived in a world where everyone was just accepting and loving and we just accepted each other's flaws and things like that, it would be like it gives you this kind of new agey idea of a utopian 5D new earth, right, where everyone's just walking around, grounding, singing Kumbaya, no one's judging anyone, I mean, come on, that would be boring, right? Opinions, that's life. It's life to question, to probe, to do all of this stuff. So yeah, it really, again, is a very clever, subtle way that they have got people thinking, and it turns people into what I refer to as wet lettuces. They just want to, like I say, roll over, get their tummies tickled. Also, it's good for people that want to be cowardice as well. And again, in the New Age movement, you find a lot of cowards. A lot of people in the New Age movement, they know that there's something wrong with the world. They know that we're living in very changing times right now, but rather than, speak about what needs to be spoken about, it's much easier to just meditate or do a gong bath and just accept. And so if you buy into the concept that you shouldn't judge, then that gives you a free pass to do nothing at all, because you can then just say, well, I just gonna let all this shit slide, let tyranny roll out, because I don't want to come across as being judgmental. So it ties in perfectly to the coward's mindset. But it's really dangerous. Like, I can't believe how much I see it and how much I hear it out there. And people just getting so triggered so easily. So it's a huge deception, guys. It's another very well hidden one that sneaks under the radar, as do all the deceptions within the New Age. But it's one that we need to bin. It's very important. Don't ever feel bad for judging. Don't ever feel bad for making judgments. For me, that displays the consciousness of a mature human being, because that is absolutely necessary. And if you look at the native Indian culture, they would make judgments 7 generations before. So they would make decisions, they would look at how their society is run, where it was headed, and a number of other factors, 7 generations ahead, because they wanted the best for the future generations. And I find that really inspiring, but quite sad, because nowadays you have parents that are not even making judgments for their own generation, let alone thinking of 7 generations ahead. And that really is a display of a mature society, which displays a lot of care. So that's what we need to get back to. We need to be getting back to looking at what's going on in society now and thinking not just 1 generation ahead, not just 2, but 5, 6, 7 generations ahead. What is the world going to be like for them? And then we need to act accordingly. We have to have these mature discussions without fear, without fear of being judgmental or negative, which is another video I'm going to do. Keep seeing that a lot at the moment. I'll do that on the next one. But all these things do, all these subtle New Age deception do, is shut people down in a very subtle way. And like I say, it's got so big now, the New Age movement, and it's got its tentacles in so many different parts of society, that you're hearing these being parroted in areas you wouldn't normally hear them. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't ever feel bad. Don't ever feel bad for having an opinion and making a judgment on something. Not only should you not feel bad, you should do more of it, because it's important. It's important for your own life and for society. And also, like, when it comes to people, I mean, like, it's really important that you make judgments about people, especially people that you're going to get intimate with, have relationships with, like maybe go into business with. And then you've got people out there just accepting everything and not judging anyone, because if they're scared of making an opinion on someone. I mean, it's so important, especially when it comes to like intimate relationships and stuff, that there's that discernment. You're looking for these sort of red flags, and that's how we protect ourselves. Maybe in a like 5D New Earth kind of way, we wouldn't have to do that if we were like at an evolved level of consciousness. Maybe we could just be more like that. But right now, this is Gangster Planet. It really is Gangster Planet, and we have to have that healthy ego, that healthy discernment, and that healthy judgment. So that's my message, guys. Don't ever let anyone make you feel bad for that. If you're out there and you're having an opinion on something and someone comes back at you with that, you just tell them it's okay to do. What's the problem with judging, right? When did that become a problem? There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. A healthy form of judgment. Like I say, if you're out there all the time just judging how people look and all this superficial stuff, yeah, That's unhealthy. But just like the ego, we need a healthy ego. We need a healthy sense of judgment. Know when to judge. So yeah, don't ever let anyone make you feel bad about it. I just wanted to put that out there because I've seen so much of that BS spouted lately. It's really pissing me off. But just a bit of housekeeping, guys. I'm having a few issues. People trying to reach me via email through my website. Seems that I'm getting some emails, but not everyone's emails. Whether that's to do with the work that I do, I have no idea. I get a lot of hijacking with clearing entities and this energy work that I do. So I don't know whether it's to do with that or something else. Problems with issues with the website, or I need to look into it. But probably if you're going to email me, just email me at my Proton Mail, which is tonysayers@protonmail.com. Probably going to be the best. And also, guys, don't forget, I never know how long my channel is going to be up for. So please connect with me. I'm on Telegram, BITCHUTE, Odysee. I'll put the links in the description. But just give me a sub there, just in case they take me down. You never know. I've managed to stay up so far, so fingers crossed. But yeah, just check me out there. And yeah, that's about it. That's what I wanted to speak about today. I hope you're all having a fantastic week, and I will speak to you all soon. You take care out there. Bye bye.